Given that spike in infections, how's the mood where you are today?
It's certainly very, very cautious. People are taking a lot of care to come out. But at the moment, Nadia, it looks very much as if people are turning out. You'll probably see that there's a steady flow of people coming into the polling booth where I am. It's an auditorium. It's one of 900 extra polling stations that have been especially opened in this election to make sure that people can come out and vote safely. Other special polling booths include, for instance, the Bernabeu Stadium, the football stadium of FC Barcelona, also food markets being used. The aim is to make sure that people feel that they can come out and vote. And now the first part of the morning was reserved for those at-risk groups, elderly people. And I certainly saw a lot of elderly people at this polling station. And now it's the turn of the general public. They'll be voting throughout the rest of the day. And there's a special slot this evening for anybody who already has COVID or who is being asked to quarantine. As you mentioned, turnout is being predicted to be low. We won't really get a sense of that until later in the day because of those special guideline times. But we know a lot of people already have decided to cast their vote by a postal method, about 300,000. That's 5 times as many as at the last election. Of course, 2017 brought many people out because of the tense mood that existed back then when people wondered and felt that there had been a risk that the region could have become a separate country. So that high turnout of 80%, we don't expect that today, but the turnout figures will be absolutely crucial to see who ends up in top place and whether they can muster those all crucial seats and votes to form a government.
And Sarah, what has polling told us in the past few days about who it is who's likely to do well and win this election?
It's told us that 3 parties are virtually neck and neck in a very, very fragmented race. 8 parties could end up with seats in the Catalan parliament. Now the top place could go to either the Catalan Socialists or the left-wing Independence Party or the right-wing Independence Party. And if the Catalan Socialists come out on top, that would be the first time ever for them. At the moment, the number top seat, the party with the most seats in the Catalan parliament are the Unionists, the Citizens parties, but they're expected to plummet. The independence parties have said that they won't be doing any pacts with the socialists, that they only want to talk about independence, and so if they have enough seats, they're likely to get together to try to retain the government. We'll also have to look, Nadia, very carefully at whether the independence and separatist parties can go over 50%. They have never managed that in any regional election in Spain's democratic history. If they did go over 51%, some of the independence leaders are saying that they see that it would be legitimate to make a fresh push to break the region away from Spain. And so that would almost certainly mark this region out for having another collision course with the central government.
All right, very interesting.